comfortable are you with past relationships?
Past relationships? Man, truth be told, past relationships is all based off of how I resolved them, if I ever got any closure with them. So my comfortability is just how well I was able to get the closure I needed.
And most of your relationships, do you feel like you got closure?
Yeah, for the most part, most of them. I mean, I find myself not really needing to think about those individuals as much. There's like one or two where they like come up on my mind often, but um, it's only like just making sure that they're doing good.
Uh, so would you say the one that we talked about throughout like these last 2 years has been like the worst, but not worst relationship, but like worst one trying to get over?
It's definitely, if we were to put a flip, my most influential relationship. Um, Not even to say that it was all good, but yeah.
So what do you mean by that though? Like try to indulge into that if you
Sure.
can.
So like, it wasn't my worst, but it definitely showed me at my worst, and kind of like, because I didn't want to be at my worst or I want to better myself, it had prompted me to look at the things I've been hiding within myself, which affects my relationships, which affects my um, ability to be true to myself and then be true to who I love. And then um, that reflection, came from the dynamic of the relationship. And the dynamic was like hot and cold sometimes. It was like really fierce and then really strangling. Um, and because of that, it can, in some people, if they don't have a good kind of way to make themselves after it or build themselves up after that, it can be seen as that worst relationship because they're all like, oh, it was just, the dynamics were horrible. There was the stability, everything was all over the place. And um, it was horrible. Like you can only like easily think of the bad things.
Mm-hmm.
But if you also take a step back, you're all like, well, it wasn't horrible the whole time because, well, for one, I stayed in the relationship as long as I did.
How long was it?
It was like,
That's one thing I think we didn't talk about, how long that relationship actually lasted.
it started like um, this time of the summer in 21, and then it ended like a year later, but
Yeah.
maybe like 9 months, because there was a period where like I was just cut, and then like a couple months later there was a rekindling because I mean we worked in the same area, so it wasn't like I couldn't.
Like you were going to see her
Yeah, it
regardless.
was like I couldn't see her again.
Yeah.
But then also there was just like this thing in me where um, I always tried to kind of like not burn bridges or leave doors open without understanding of why it's open. And so I know a big reason why that door was open when we broke up. I was like, yo, you brought out the worst of me. I'm not, I don't want to see you again. Like you really hurt me. But then also, they were going through something, and I looked at myself like, well, I'm not that collapsed to where I wouldn't be able to help somebody else who's also struggling.
Yeah.
And as much as I brought out the worst, or she brought out the worst in me, I brought out those things in her that she had um, suppressed deep down and like couldn't ignore anymore, because I was all like, yo, I see this and I would like us to be the better versions of ourselves. And so it's like it was the worst type of relationship in the young person's mind, but the most like influential. And when you get mature, you would look back on it and you're all like, yo, that was probably the relationship I needed to help me maybe even find the one or be with the one.
So with that being said too, so considering like all that, does it affect new relationships?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I'd be like hindering myself if I don't make any progress from my last relationship. And
In a negative way though.
in a negative way, I mean, it depends on like that whole closure piece that I like entered in on. Like,
Yeah.
if I didn't seek the closure, if I didn't kind of strengthen up the areas where I was weak in, or that I didn't address for a long time and I suppressed, if I didn't bring it out to light and address it, then yeah, it would definitely rear its head in the next relationships. If anything, it'd be worse. In my thought.
Yeah. No, I felt it. I ain't gonna lie. Me personally, like every relationship I went in made me worse in regards to dealing with other people. Like in different relationships. And then the one I'm in now is where pretty much I had to put all the shit, well, not all of it, well, try at least to put all of it till I could stop and not bring it in, like all my extra bullshit into the current situation.
Yeah.
And then like certain times I catch myself like times where we had gotten to arguments. Like we argue over the dumbest shit. I can't make it
Yeah,
up.
it'd be like that though.
Nah, like the shit we argue about is like most people be like, "What the fuck is wrong with y'all?" Like, what's an example I could give?
Like you know, there's a cat on the street, and you're all like, "Yo, get that shit away from me." She's like, "That's the cutest thing." You're all like, "What the? Why would you?"
Not even shit like that. That like matter of fact, there was a video you had sent, and we had talked about it. Me and you had talked about it.
Yeah.
We argued over the video actually.
I mean, I'd be sending you a lot of videos.
It was probably like 2-3 months ago, if I remember correctly.
What was
But we real life got into an argument about the video.
What was kind of like the premise of it? Like, was it something like, was it like a petty type argument, or was it like an argument of like
That's how all our arguments
perspectives? Like,
so yeah, it was a perspective thing, and it was basically the same conversation we had, and you was like, kill the flesh or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's one thing I can't agree with. And you were like, nah, it's not supposed to be that way, and you had to explain it further to me.
Got you.
But I think that was actually after that conversation or before, one of the two, I can't remember. But and I was like, that don't sound right to me. It don't sit right with me. And I remember we had sat down and we talked about it, and I was like, her testimony just ain't hidden for me. And he was like, she's not really for everybody or whatever.
Yeah. We're talking about it was a video that I sent about Prophetess Tiffany.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, I remember that. Which, I mean, during that time, it was like a couple months ago, right?
Yeah. Like 2-3
during
months,
that
maybe
during
4.
that time, I was going through, like, she had this like year of the bride fast, and like it was like 25 days, where like you said, you're just killing the flesh, and you're like, you know, coming against all the infirmities on your bloodline, and you know, just like 3 hours repenting, renouncing, replacing, and it definitely takes some sacrifice. And like she was saying some stuff that really would make people who were weak-willed, weak-minded, and lukewarm, it would really make them like have to recognize that in themselves, and then, you know, either surrender to the need for change, or become more hardened and resist it. And so, you know, those type of individuals would, if they weren't able to, you know, relinquish that whatever pride or whatever was keeping them, then yeah, they wouldn't be able to like kill the flesh. They wouldn't be able to overcome the temptations of the flesh and its limitations on the spirit and the strength of the spirit.
Yeah, and that night actually made me realize some shit about myself in regards to how I take certain shit in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like certain shit I need to hear. And I'll be like, nah, fuck what they talking about or whatever. Because the way that it's delivered. And I'm like, it made me realize I can't just accept certain shit because it came out the way I wanted it to come out.
Mm.
And that was something I'm still working on fixing, because it's like somebody can say the exact shit I need to hear, but say it in a way that I don't like, and I'll be like, nah, fuck it. And then somebody else might say the same exact shit, and I'll be like, all right, I hear you, I understand.
Yeah, that reminds me of a conversation we were having in my office. I mean, of all the ones that we were having, but like there was something where you said it, and then I was all like, "Yo, yeah, that makes a lot of sense," and then I would repeat it back to you, and you're all like, "Oh shit, like yeah, I did it," and I was all like, "Bro, I didn't say anything new. I just said exactly what you said."
Yeah.
But then you're all like, "Nah, I got a different like, I get it now. Like it unlocks with me," and I feel like that kind of goes with, you know, you knowing something and you knowing it so well because you've been saying it to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then you say it out loud just to be all like some type of like external confirmation. And then you get that external confirmation from somebody else. And it may come in the form of them doing something that kind of shows you what you said, an action, and you get it through their action. Mm-hmm. Or they just repeat back to what you said, but they say it. And there's a different level of like energy that you get from it, which kind of like unlocks it, I guess. There's like some type of
it just started clicking.
Yeah, natural frequency resonation where you're all like, oh, we're at the same level here, but like you're able to like help me understand it a little bit more based off of the energy that you gave to it.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. And then like,
but it's the exact same thing that you said.
Yeah. But that ties into like some of my relationship situations too.
Yeah.
To where it was like certain shit I know. And like the shit repeated or whatever. But I didn't know during that time period. I think me and Kai was talking about it earlier. And I was like, because we had like probably an hour long talk, 2 hour. And fucking, we was talking about our past shit. And I was like, there was a lot of shit that I didn't know. And we talked about our situation. I was like, you were basically told all the shit at the very beginning. Me, I was told to do wrong shit for the right reasons, but I didn't know till after the fact. And because of my morals and standards and shit, I was like, I'm not finna listen to that. That don't even, it don't sound right. That's not who I am. Like, and this is, excuse me. This is in regards to the kid situation. When, I had a million people telling me, oh, leave and do this. I'm like, nah, that's a responsibility I'm supposed to be taking care of. Why the fuck would I leave?
Right.
I'm not that kind of person. But lo and behold, like I was telling her earlier, I was like, they were telling me to get out of that situation, and how I was taking it was pretty much, I'm fucking this person over. But because I didn't listen to what was being told by multiple people, mind you, they didn't even know the whole situation or shit that was going on. And this shit was like at the beginning. Motherfuckers was like, leave. I'm looking at them crazy. But like they were being dead ass serious. Like they just knew. And I didn't take heed of it. And at the end of it all, instead of them getting fucked over, I got fucked over. So right. I was like, damn. And we talked about that earlier. And then I realized too, in all the relationships I was in, it was a whole bunch of shit that was going on that would lead up to where I'm at now, which is crazy as shit. So like certain things that happen or whatever, I go back to certain moments in other relationships and be like, oh, this is what I did here. And this was like the outcome of it. let me fix this or whatever. So pretty much all the wrong that I did or whatever, or all the situations where I was supposed to do something else, I did the wrong thing. And now I feel like now I'm at a point where if the shit happens again, it's basically a test to see if I'm going to fuck up again or fix the situation, pretty much.
I like that. I love how you said that. Because I would truly believe, like, for every relationship, every interaction, every choice or challenge that you have, it's a test, and it's either presenting new information to you, and seeing with everything that you knew before what decision would you make and would it be the best decision for you, or similar kind of thing. But if you didn't know anything before, or if you were aware of kind of less before, would you make the same mistake? And it would be like, it's all cyclical, everything. And I feel like in this world, you're like, there's nothing new under the sun. Everything operates in cycles, and that kind of helps with maintaining balance. And so it's like, all right, let's tie this to the relationship. You get in this relationship with A, and then y'all have a whole falling out because of XYZ. Then you get in a relationship with B, and it's like, all right, cool. I'm gonna present to you X, Y, and Z again. Are you going to, learn from it?
Are you gonna do the same shit, or are you gonna actually?
Or are you gonna do something different?
Yeah.
Have you overcome the limitations that you had prior to that kept you from really being in a long relationship with that person? If it was meant to be, like, I'm sure there was a time where you're like, yeah, this individual, I really thought they were the one, but then, like, I had this going on with me, and then all of a sudden, like, y'all were just mismatched. I say that because I know that's happened for me, 100%.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah,
and it's like certain things in certain situation causes relationships to turn. And like, it's weird because me and her are going through the same exact shit that we went through in previous relationships with each other, but are finding, like, ways to fix it or whatever.
This is a girl you're dating now?
Huh?
This is a girl you're dating now?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But fucking the way the shit happens is like it happens the exact same way. And it's not even like an intentional thing. The shit just happens. And then it's like, okay, either you realize you're in that same moment again.
Yep.
Or when, like, shit turns ugly or whatever, then it's like, oh shit, let me snap up out of this shit.
Yeah.
Because this is the same shit that's already happened before.
Yeah. That makes me think about, like, how I believe if you haven't really been taught properly about how to, make sure you're getting a match for yourself that's really, like, who it is for you, then relationship is just like going through the motions. It's going through whatever, society deems to be appropriate in a relationship at the time. And society has this generalized cookie cutter shape. Oh, this is what's trending about, what a woman needs to be, what a man needs to be, or based off of.
I'm glad you brought that.
Yeah, based off of religious values. This is how a man's supposed to act. This is how a woman's supposed to act, and this is how they're supposed to be in a relationship. Or religiously, if you're inclined to marriage, this is how the marriage is supposed to be founded on. These are the grounds. If you're more secular, it's all like, go with your feelings, go with, whatever makes it feel right in a relationship. Not all the time does that mean it's going to lead to marriage, but it's going to be like, I'm going to have somebody long standing in my life.
Mm-hmm. So with that being said, right, we have all these standards or whatever. Me and Kai actually had a conversation about that kind of shit a while ago too,
right? In
regards to men trying to tell females how they need to be, and women trying to tell men how they need to be. And it's like, as a woman, you ain't never been a man to tell a man what a man should be doing. And as a man, you've never been a woman to be able to tell a woman what a woman should be doing.
I got you. However,
I'm hearing you out.
Yeah. However, let's say this in the instance of, like, we're just Americans, right? So, I mean, American was kind of founded on more Christian based values where, our findings of is in God we trust, And so what I look back to in history is like this establishment or this triumphant majority of a nuclear family where there's father, mother, children, and they build upon their legacy through those children. And where I'm taking that to is when you're raising your kids in that time, the daughter knows how to be a woman because of the mother, and the son knows how to be a man because of the father. But then also the mother knows how to treat the son to ensure that he is reflecting of the father, or vice versa. The father has this role to kind of train, or not train, but teach his daughter what it means for a man to truly value or appreciate you, or work with you in society.
Okay, I get that. Not to cut you off.
No, you did, yeah.
I see where you're going, and I get exactly what you're saying. But here's like the twist with that, right?
Yeah.
Is that's teaching a child during adolescency or whatever you want to call it and all that, right? Like the growing phase.
Right.
But once a man is grown and a woman is grown and they're having the conversation of, oh, as a man, you need to be doing this. That's where shit gets sticky.
I think that is in terms of like history, I think that is more of a relatively newer thing.
Yeah.
And by new, I mean in like the last 50 years.
Would you agree with that though?
I would say I've seen it a lot more. Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure everybody's seen it at this point.
Yeah.
But
very much prevalent.
Would you agree with that? Do you feel like a woman should be able to tell a man what he should what he should be doing, or a man should be able to tell a woman what she should be doing?
I believe as enforcers of things that we hold to create society, men in this instance, there is a level of like leading that we have inherently. And so in the case of men, and I'm speaking from my perspective of being a leader, being in this position where I need to ensure those who are with me or behind me kind of know the directions that I want. Me telling them what to do, like for my girl, like, hey, best thing that I need is not a woman that's trying to tell me what to do, but a woman that can support me. And if I come with her with something, I'd be able to get some good feedback. And if she has a suggestion, I hear her out on it. However, like with women, and I might get slack on this, but like the best thing in my mind that ensures that there's balance to the dynamic is, the better supporter. And so, to be a leader, you have to need some, or you're going to need somebody to follow you. And I'm not saying that women can't have leadership roles, and sure, you can have one that's like, until she gets married, until she gets in a relationship, she can be, leading and always making sure that those that are falling behind her, those who are with her, are able to follow a sense of direction. But in terms of relationship, there should be a mutuality.
See, yeah. I'm not referring to being in a relationship. Okay. I'm talking about as a whole.
As a whole,
like if say you're walking down the street or whatever, and a female sees you wearing pants with holes or whatever, and she's just like, as a man, you shouldn't be wearing pants like that.
I mean,
see that shit gets sticky because it's like, what do you mean? As a man, I shouldn't be wearing pants with holes.
I mean, yeah. Hold on, who? Like, what are you basing that off of?
And that's my point. Okay. Like, it's too much of that going on.
I see what you're saying.
But in a relationship standpoint, I completely agree with that. It should be a balance, because there's going to be times when a man is wrong, and there's going to be times where a woman is wrong in regards to like I'm about to invest in this, and she knows some more shit than you thought she knew about this kind of shit or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, nah, that's not a good idea.
Yeah.
And then yo dumbass don't listen. You like, fuck it. Nah, she don't know what she talking about. And then you end up fucked over.
Yeah.
And then she just gonna be sitting there like, yep, told your dumbass.
Yeah, but I also feel like, you know, it in the older sense of traditional type relationships, because the traditional type relationship, especially in Christianity, is like, and what I perceive would be in Christianity is, you know, head of the household. Mm-hmm. You know, it follows, you know, Christ, and then the husband submits himself to Christ, wife submits himself to the husband, and the child submits themselves, you know, upwards up to the parents. And then ultimately everybody's just covered under Christ. But in like that traditional relationship, like man's like, yo, this is how things are going to go. And by default, as the wife to submit herself to the husband, she's going to have to be like, I mean, all right, you know, I'll follow you regardless. Mm-hmm. So even in this sense, like she did have like a particular comment on, yeah, you know, I think that you shouldn't have invested in that. You know, I think you should probably move your money in this direction because, you know, I have this, you know, difference of experience, and the husband still decided to not do it. You know, the fault will still be on him regardless. And even if she does say like, you know, I told you not to do that, because ultimately the essence of submission, you know, her opinion in that instance didn't matter. It's just like he was going to do what he's going to do regardless. Yeah. So if he loses all the money, like, you know, she would still not have a say in it because of by the leveling of the submission. That's kind of like the extremes of it. But I mean, yeah, she definitely sit there though, like I told you so, and then be like, now we both starving. Now we both hungry. Like
just mad. Now we both hungry. Yeah. We need to eat.
Yeah,
what you gonna do now?
Couch, you know what I'm saying?
But you had brought up marriage too. What is your thoughts on the current state of marriages nowadays?
I think marriage nowadays, I believe in the most general sense, it's like a trophy. It's political. It doesn't really have the essence where the covenant is truly being established and maintained under Christ, or under the political the holy righteous authority. Mm-hmm. Which is greater than the wife, and it's greater than the husband.
I like how you use the word trophy with it too, though, because that's really what it is too. I feel like marriage is a social experiment nowadays. No, because people don't really get married to truly be with that person no more. It's more of a, oh yeah, I'm married and blah 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 blah.
I feel like it's not itself a social experiment, but I feel like it is a variable to the workings of a social experiment. Like you could say, you know, the uprising of feminism has, you know, brought about this radical embody or strengthening encouragement, embodiment of women that you know, foot stomp down, demand to be in these positions equal to men. Mm-hmm. And the equality then, you know, kind of changes the game on the autonomy of who is going to be leading in any general sense. Like, I'm going to be here, you know, and then the marriage is like, well, you know, since she's so in charge of herself, you know, the option of wanting to settle down will be whenever she's ready. And it's not going to be, you know, entirely focused on, being married as much as, you know, being satisfied. And once they stop being satisfied, once they stop being happy, then it's all like, well, I'm not trying to be with you anymore. Mm-hmm. Hey. Yeah, but with that being said, you know, that's kind of like the my generalized impressions on like this day and age with marriage and why it's more of a variable into seeing the state of the state of society, the state of interpersonal relationships, interpersonal dynamics. Mm-hmm. it's seeing how far away from religious ties is the current population, as equal to, you know, how much marriage is going on, and you know, in the marriage, how long are these relationships going? If they're not lasting for a long time, what's the reason? What's the nature of the divorce? Is it, you know, is it because of incompatibilities, which is kind of, it's like, sure, it could be, but I mean, that breaks away from the whole point of the relationship. The whole point of "till love do us part" is all like, whoa, we're incompatible.
Hey,
What's up?
me and Kai had talked about that.
Yeah.
And I had asked her, I was like, what is one of the most important things that's said during the vows? She said 2 things or whatever. And then I was like, till death do us part.
Is that it for you?
That's not the thing, though. People ain't living by that no more. Well, it's never really been a thing, but at the same time, it's like, this is in your vows. You vowed till death do us part. And it's not like that no more.
Yeah, and I brought it up earlier. It was like, once the well, we'll take it as like a trophy that, you know, you have hung up or whatever, and then it starts getting, you know, grimed up, starts getting grimy, it starts not looking as well as it should, because, you know, the care hasn't been taken to ensure that it's maintained.
Here's the thing, though. Also in them vows, it's stated a lot of the time. It says through, or most vows say through sickness and health or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, even when shit is getting rough or whatever, it's still supposed to be till death do us part.
Right.
And nobody's, like, all the marriages I've seen and heard of, they don't really last no more. And it's mainly because people are going into marriages with the wrong idea. It's like, okay, they don't realize after the honeymoon phase, shit is going to change. Shit is not, you're not going to be in love with that person forever. You might fall out of love with them, but that don't mean the marriage ends right there.
Well, I'd change the term on that. I'd say you might fall out of like with them.
No, some people, like, from what I've seen, some people really, like, don't want shit to do with that person. It's like, I done been with this person so long, I'm looking for something new. And it's like, nah, y'all just need to do some new shit.
So then on that note, for those people who get in those divorces where they fall out of love, do you then think that they got in the relationship like on false values?
Yeah. And that's
so
a lot of the cases
starts it even starts before they even get married.
Yeah.
Like they were just never like mutually connected in the way that would have had a long-standing relationship. They were just caught up in the love bug. They were caught up in that.
Sometimes it's not even the true love about it. But I can't remember who I was talking to. But I was telling them, I was like, a lot of relationships start from false realities. And those false realities are, but what I was saying was pretty much the relationships start off of like false realities and all that, right?
Yep.
And
These girls we be delusional.
I wouldn't even say delusional, right? No, I'd say this. So if I have the mindset of, oh, I'm coming in just to fuck or whatever, and she has the mindset of, oh, I truly want to be in a relationship, and I end up playing a role like, oh, okay, yeah, we're going to be in a relationship, and then years go by, whole time, the shit was meant for a disaster.
Yeah.
For the simple fact, my mindset wasn't even on being in a relationship. But sometimes the shit actually works out.
So then that begs the question. If and I'll follow up with you a little bit later on if it actually does work out. So my question is, just as you were saying, they had different initial values of why they wanted to get in a relationship. One of them wanted, venturing purely after lust. Other ones after, something more long standing. Does that actually work out?
From what I've seen, most of the time, not.
So then when you say some of them
Even some of my experiences too. Just to throw that in there.
So what I'm thinking right now is like those times where people will say, we'll go back to getting married. Those people get married, and initially it was all like the girl was like, yo, I'm just, living my hot girl season. And the guy's like, yo, I'm trying to take you out of your hot girl season. Like, let me wife you up.
Yeah. How many relationships or even marriages have you seen where a woman had that mindset and the shit actually worked? Me and Kai actually talked about that on the very first video we did, where I was like, shorty over here wasting this nigga time.
Yeah.
Like you would have to sit down and listen to understand it.
I can hear it from right there. Like women really be milking the relationship.
And that's the thing though. It's like, I don't know the full story, but from what I do know, it was like that shit wasn't gonna work from the beginning because it was like, mind you, Doe was in the military or whatever, right? Or is in the some shit.
Yeah.
But fucking, he was already married when they had first started talking.
All right.
So it was like, okay, that's already
one.
He already cheating on his wife
from the get go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I guess Doe
that happens so much in the
kept cheating and shit. And like, I guess she couldn't take this shit no more. And then she was like, oh, I like females too now, or whatever the fuck. And it's like, okay, so you knew he was a cheater. You thought he was gonna stop with you, like you were somebody special or something.
I had that good,
Yeah, and it's like, no, he's been like this. It's nothing new.
Yeah, but my shit was better, My shit was better than his wife's, obviously. Yeah. That's why he chose me while he was married, man.
But it's shit like that. Relationships start like that, and certain people feel like the shit's going to work, and it's like, no. Like, this shit was bound to fail from the very beginning.
Very much so. I don't think, I don't foresee anybody in a relationship, especially with somebody that was already in a committed relationship, for there to be, long-standing success. Mm-hmm. Even if, say, old dude did, like, all right, well, I'm going to divorce my wife and be with you. Like, I still believe there's some, like, residual withholding, either in, like, the dude or in the woman, where, if you get in a relationship after somebody cheated, or somebody cheated to get out of the relationship, like, what's the chance of that not continuing to then happen to you in that relationship?
And that was my point when we were having that discussion too. Not towards Kaya or whatever, but towards fucking that situation that I heard about.
Yeah.
It's like,
I hear it all the time. Bro.
Exactly. Like, it's not gonna happen with me. No, it definitely is. It's happened before.
If it's gonna happen, if it's done once, it's gonna definitely be happening again. It's gonna perpetrate itself. It hadn't been checked. Mm-hmm. The best check would have been on like, nah, I'm not standing for that. And like, sure, you're missing on the opportunity of being in a relationship with that specific individual. Short term, damn, that was like guaranteed puss. Long term, damn, I saved myself from hella heartache and suffering, because like you would never be able to know, am I truly the one with this individual? Do they really just view me and only me? And I mean, like, in the grand scheme of things, like you have your like, top frag men who like pull 80% of the women on like dating apps and stuff like that. But then most of the time, those middle to low tier, not low tier, but middle to low category type, like general men, they looking for, an individual that they can grow with, they can be with, that sees them and only them. Mm-hmm. They don't have to worry about the whole, let me see your phone. And the girl be all like, man, what'd you need my phone for? Let me look at your phone. They don't have to worry about that because like they can trust that the girl is only seeing him. Mm-hmm. And not all the time does the girl have to be like, the duff or the non openly and always desired woman. Sometimes it could be that maybe that girl just finally had her head straight, or she got out of the delusion that polyamorous type interactions with individuals will be able to lead to some like renowned happiness. I doubt it. We're in this world where happiness is confused with pleasure.
No, that's big facts. And I'm not even gonna cap. You just opened my eyes to a whole new level of thinking just by saying that. And the reason why I say that is I've lived that lifestyle where it was like, okay, this shit was really pleasure.
Yeah.
And not really happiness.
Yeah.
And that's just crazy because there's a lot of people that do it. It's not just me, or like it's a lot of people.
It's rampant. Hedonistic, pursuits is the norm now. And before, and we're talking about in the pre. Hedonism has always been a thing, but it wasn't like a mainstream, like trending, populist type agreement where pleasure is the new happiness. Mm-hmm. Before it was just like, oh shoot, it's a one-off, or there was like the upper elites that would be able to like really capitalize and indulge themselves in hedonistic activities. Now it's like, well, shoot, everything's open, mm-hmm. free game for everything and everyone at every time or any time. So it's like the change in the dynamic of relationships come with the idea that, I can find happiness as long as I am enjoying whatever it is that I'm finding happiness in. And then all of a sudden happiness is gone. And that means that whatever that I was finding joy in doesn't hold up to the same values that it had before. And then that's why, relationships don't last. Like, I got bored of you. And it's all like, wait, hold up. It's not my job to always entertain you.
Facts. That's the biggest thing.
Like, pause. But here we have our simps. Simps are rampant in this world. And simps isn't even, specific to men anymore. You got like women simps, but most of the time it's just related to men. Yeah. And you have these men, like on that freaking picture that you sent me the other night or last night, like,
oh yeah,
the dude
you're talking about the buying flowers.
Buying flowers. Like he saw the girl in the store. He was all like, yo, beautiful woman, prettiest thing I ever seen. God really did it right with this girl. And he buys her the flowers. And then I was all like, all right, cool. And the end of what he said was, fellas, chivalry isn't dead. But the fact that he also said that by the time I left, the flowers had arrived. I was
when he was walking out, the flowers had came in.
Yeah.
But what got me though was, it was like, how you gonna down talk men because you spent $40 on some flowers? Really, 14, whatever the fuck it was.
But taxes.
Yeah, and then the motherfucking delivery charge because clearly you ain't paying for the dash pass.
Right. Clearly you didn't pick them up yourself. You just picked them out. Like,
man.
You didn't deliver them
That was
yourself.
another thing too, because you don't really get delivery fees if you paying for the dash pass. So obviously you ain't doing too much with money if you ain't paying for that shit. But you talking about you spending $40.
Yeah.
It's like, motherfucker, I'd spend more than $40 just filling up my car.
Facts. So then like we get this kind of like perception from this dude, like trying to make it seem like, chivalry is the action of buying a woman flowers and that's it. And I was like, nah, it's like, it's more like courting. Like chivalry is courting a woman. It's honoring a woman for her values as a woman, mm-hmm. not buying flowers just because it
boosts your ego.
Yeah, it boosts her ego or your ego, and it's all like, I did something for somebody else.
You heard the story from Kaya when the dude gave her the $50 tip or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, they look at that shit as weird for the most part.
So when she said that, I was all like, all right, now it's definitely a consistency where like women get this like random acts of kindness from men.
And it don't even really be acts of kindness when you really think about it.
It don't.
It's more of a, okay, I'm going to do this to try to get ahead type shit. And it's like, you're not getting ahead, buddy.
It's nefarious. Because it's like, I have this secret admirer. Oh my gosh, LOL, like that's cute. And it's all like I was telling you, mm-hmm. That dude in this day and age, they stalking you. They really.
He probably went up to that store like 5 times.
Right. Not even went up to the store 5 times. He walked out the store and then he gave like a couple passes back and forth, seeing how she reacted to the flowers. You know, doesn't talk to her, doesn't ask for her name, doesn't get her number, doesn't even try to take her out on a date, but it'll definitely appear in the store window and be all like, "Oh, how's she feeling about those flowers?
Right.
Ah, ha ha, I did that. She likes that. I did that. Ha ha." You know, like self credit, self high five.
He really thought he got some player points.
Bro, he really thought he can say something and speak on behalf of everybody and be all like, "Yo, this is how it's supposed to be." That's not at all how it's supposed to be.
The cold part about it though was, right,
Yeah.
the women in the comments was eating the shit up, and I'm like, y'all not even understanding. Y'all saying it from a woman's perspective, like, oh, it is gifts or whatever. We deserve this shit. It's like, all right, now let's step into the man's perspective, right?
Yeah.
This is me speaking on his part. Okay, I just did this or whatever. She gonna fuck with me now.
Right.
The whole time he's lusting over her. He already the first thing he said was, "Oh, I didn't seen this. The most gorgeous female I've ever seen in my life, and her eyes was beautiful."
Facts.
This nigga just going off of looks.
He didn't know a thing about her.
He didn't give a fuck about shit else but her looks.
God was all like, "Yo, God blessed her. Man, I'm so man. She deserves flowers because God really blessed her with the way that she looked." But
the whole time she might even be a psychopath.
Yeah, I don't know a damn thing about her. But that's dangerous because on both ends we have like this man with this like overinflated ego thinking that he's doing something for somebody else, and it's some type of brownie points towards civility. It's some type of brownie points towards being a man, being a provider in some regard, being somebody who can pull women or being nice and be able to get something afterwards. He didn't even get what he could have got.
He didn't say he got the digits, nothing.
Nothing. But that's how he sold the story. Like if he would have been on like, yeah, and I got a number and we're going on a date like next week, I'd be all like, okay, you did it right. But like all you did was give her flowers and you didn't even follow up.
You walked off.
Yeah.
Like you didn't accomplish shit at that point. You just wasted money.
It's squandering the whole aspect of buying the flowers. Buying the flowers is to kind of like polarize the woman. Like if you were to like read books about, you know, how to attract women or how to pick up women in bars and stuff like that, you know, most steps, you know, come at the man needs to polarize the woman's attention or feelings for them. Mm-hmm. You know, get that eye attraction, get in their bubble and get them to kind of focus on you more, you know, say a witty line or cause them to think about something to then continue to think about you more. And then you can walk off because then you won when you're on their mind, and you're not there anymore.
You see, and you made me think about something too. With that being said, all the fucking females and shit we was pulling or whatever, all the females you seen around this motherfucker doing shit, it was like we didn't even have to do too much of anything. It was like, hey, let me get your number type shit. What you doing after this?
Yeah.
It was not, oh, I'm finna go buy you this and do this for you. It's like, nah.
I mean, yeah, but then also, if you think about it too, if that's the case, we're out at bars or whatever, and it's all like, yo, I'm gonna buy you a drink. Mm-hmm. Yo, let me buy you a drink.
Hey, with that being said, how many drinks did you see me buy for any female?
None. However, I was back in my like kind of simp mode where I was thinking to kind of get that same thing we'll do. I was thinking like, yo, if I buy her a drink while I'm having a conversation where it kind of increases my odds of being able to do something with her later, because you know that
and we both fucked up type shit.
Yeah. Well, not even we both fucked up, but it's all like, well, I had done something for them with kind of like this sadly is a nefarious expectation that I'm going to get something back. Like women truly know like the power that they hold. So they know even if they don't give anything back to you, somebody else is going to come along and they're going to be able to get the exact same thing over and over again with no type of like need for a specific return. However, I will mention in there that some women, especially those with a little bit more like inherent moral values, even if they don't really speak on it, they just have this feeling of I need to return the favor, or there's this like a pressure that grows within them that's all like, well, they're doing all this for me, there has to be some type of thing in return. Typically, you know, it leads to like sex, and not all the times is it like the woman's like, oh, I'm like crazy about doing this with you. Probably it's just like, you know, I want to return the favor of, you know, whatever you did for me in a specific period of time.
See, my situation is
that doesn't go for all women.
I get you though.
True situation.
As you seen, remember the one girl I had over here. I had brought her over here, and then I had went out or whatever.
Oh, yeah, bro, man. Hey, yo.
Well,
yo, she was crazy. Like, you left me with her. Like, I did not want to.
I ain't gonna lie. I apologize.
Yeah.
Well, fucking
man, that was crazy. Like, I did not. I mean, just
because I'm gonna keep it a buck. I went and got her right because she was like, "Hey, I wanna."
Most stressful, just like pointless conversation of my life, bro.
My fault. But yeah, she kept calling and texting like, "Oh, I really want to see you," and blah 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 blah. And then she had came to you, didn't she? And she was like, "Oh yeah, I really want to be with him or some shit." And
maybe afterwards when I had to drop her off.
Yeah,
the next day.
yeah.
I think she messaged you about that though.
Nah, because you had told me that it was either it might have been two different situations because I heard this shit a couple times, but nah, I'm pretty sure in that situation you was like, she had came to you and asked you what can she do to get something along the lines.
Oh yeah, it was like part of the conversation that night too. She was all like, "Man, like I'm really trying to get more of his attention. I want to really make sure that, you know, I can get him to look at me." And Makai over there laughing because she know the stress of that. But yeah,
and
like,
she didn't heard all the crazy ass stories.
No,
well,
no
not
doubt
all
about
of them,
it.
but all the ones I can remember.
No doubt about it. But yeah, that was kind of like the whole thing. Like that was kind of the makings of the whole night, where it's like, well, yeah, I'm trying to, you know, how can I get him to pay more attention to me or show some type of emotion? And I'm all like, dang, girl, I mean, like, just see him as him. Like, why you really gotta like put so much stress on him?
Here's the thing, though. I had told. Here's one of them situations too. I had told her, I'm like, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. And like, I think that's what made her want to pursue it even more. Because I'm like, she's like, what the fuck did she say? She was like, what if I catch feelings for you or whatever? I think I told you this before.
Yeah, you did.
And I was like, don't.
Don't.
And she was like, but what if I already did or whatever? And I can't remember exactly what I said. I think it was like stop or some shit like that.
I don't know where it is. Like what's the origins of the whole like he's playing hard to get or she's playing hard to
and
get.
it, like at that point it was like, I'm not playing hard to get. I'm telling you, this is what this is, and this is all it's going to be. And truly, I don't even really want it to be this. It's only it is because I get like during that time it was like I was getting bored and just bringing hella bitches through this motherfucker. And it was like, this shit is a pastime for me.
Yeah.
Like you said, it pleasure became like it was happiness. It was truly a pleasure that became stale after a certain point of time.
So then would you say the happiness is the fact that you can bring girls to your crib?
Nah. The happiness was I'm beating cheeks.
Oh,
I'm not gonna cap.
Yeah, that's right. That is the next part of bringing people to your crib for the most part, or at least for me.
And at the same time, it was like I was having fun with doing the shit, cause it's like, damn, it's all these bitches running through this motherfucker, cooking, cleaning, buying shit.
Man, that was crazy. Blow my mind.
This man said, "What the fuck are you doing for them to do this?
What are you doing for them to do this for you?" And then knowing you, I'm all like, you ain't doing shit anyway. Like, how you got this girl buying, like filling up your fridge, like, dog, like what? How? I was looking at you in awe. I was all like, yo, like, all right.
Like this nigga. What?
So doing less is more.
But yeah, but that shit got me in some fucked up situations too.
True.
Where it was motherfuckers stalking me and just hella bullshit.
It's unwanted. It's that unwanted attention.
Yeah, that's what it led to eventually. Like there was even another female where she had told me or whatever, DJ was here and he could vouch for it or whatever. And she was like, what the fuck did she say? Me and DJ was talking or whatever. And then I think he said something to her. And she was like, oh no, this ain't no relationship or whatever. We just, whatever the fuck. And me and him looked at each other. And he's like, I know. He's like, I know how this nigga is. Like, I know this ain't no motherfucking relationship.
Yeah, you ain't telling me nothing new. Like, same thing with going back. Same thing with that girl. That whole night it was just kind of just. He's just I'm not getting that vibe that I'm wanted, and I'm like, you probably aren't. I mean, I couldn't really tell that to her face because I'm gonna leave that to you. I ain't gonna interject too much. I'm gonna be like,
here's the thing though.
He's telling you everything you need to know. You just need to listen. Like the whole hard to get thing. I mean, with that being said, like, is that something, like you recognize is like an issue with like dating? Kind of like there's this perception that playing hard to get is like attractive, is a signifier that they actually want you, or that there's a chance there. You just have to prove yourself more and more. Because I know men, we experience like that feeling all the time. Oh, she's just playing hard to get.
Yeah, like, oh, I could get her.
I can get her. I could bag her 100%. She's still talking to me. She's still kind of like giving me some type of time. So obviously, I just have to keep proving that I'm worth the time that she's been giving me.
See, when I was younger, like, I'd say elementary type shit. I felt like that shit was okay and cool or whatever. But once I got like to middle school and that type of time, that's what, like when all that shit went out the window for me. Like, especially as an adult, it's like, I'm not finna sit here and play cat and mouse with your ass. I'm not finna chase you.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I get too annoyed with certain shit. It's like, I'm not gonna continue to play no games with you. If you trying to fuck with me, I'm trying to fuck with you. That's what it is. We're not finna sit here and go around in circles doing unnecessary bullshit.
So you just hit me with something. I mean, I just got this revelation real quick. And we were talking about this yesterday. It was all like, what does it mean? Or what does it mean to be a man? What does it mean to be a woman? And what you just said kind of had me thinking, like, you're embodying kind of this. I mean, sure, not all men are like this, but it's kind of like a difference of what women are normally used to being engaged with or having a type of engagement. And it's like, to me, that's kind of the truer personality of like some type of manliness. Like, we're not to be like overly bothered by like hyperinflated, perspectives or desires or somebody shaking their butt in your face. Like, we're not supposed to be like that, Yeah, that's happening, but we're not entirely to be influenced. However, women could be more influenced by what they see. We by default, there is a stronger level of inherent rational and desire for logical reasoning with man, and that kind of like can be seen in our general disposition, where like what we give a fuck about resides on if it's based, if it's logical, if it's rational, and if it aligns with the kind of journey or the steps that we're taking on. Somebody's not operating that, then it's all like, man, like, whatever. Like, I'm not really tripping. Like, everything that you be putting off, but that like disturbs women, because then they're all like, well, damn, I don't feel like I'm as valued in your eyes.
Yeah, because I'm so used to
getting that, like, that immediate, I bat my eye and these guys are like all over me. And you're all like, they're bat your eye, and you're all like, yeah, anyway, like,
Yeah, and
What are we doing here?
I'm not gonna cap though. It's like I feel like there's a lot of dudes that be lying about their interest in females.
Facts.
Like all jokes and bullshit aside, me personally, it's like I'm not gonna sit here and play those games or whatever. Especially like you just said with the I do this and dudes is all over me. I'm not finna be that dude. No, I'm not finna be a part of that crowd or whatever. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. I'm gonna let you know. If you're not fucking with me, it is what it is. I'm gonna get on about my day. I'm not finna keep chasing after you.
Yeah. I mean, I'll reverse like this quote that Idris Elba said about, how men and women interact with each other. And the reverse of it is like, in quick, like men lie and women, alter how they look because ultimately, women care about what they hear and men care about what they see.
Facts. Here's another thing that goes into that too, though. With the lying aspect, right? I feel like women be knowing, but they play the part, or they somewhat try to convince themselves, like, oh yeah, ooh, I'm gonna go with it or whatever, just because I'm feeling them.
Mm-hmm.
The whole time she knows dude lying, but she like, okay, whatever.
So she's lying too.
Yeah,
she's playing into. I mean, if you think about it,
playing into the fantasy,
playing into like the masculine. Like we both know men and women have masculine traits and feminine traits, and so like I wouldn't say like lying is a masculine trait. Like lying is just inherently bad all day around. But like I just said, in terms of like catering to somebody, if a man caters to how they look more than to the actions that they take or what they see, it's catering to a more like feministic type. I need to ensure that I can be where I want to be based off how I see or how I look versus be where I want to be based off of what I say and my actions. So women being all like, yeah, I know he's lying, but then also, I'm just going to go with it. Like, I'm just going to go with it as her knowing and being very fully knowledgeable about what's going on, but she's feigning ignorance. And to a degree, to me, is just being dishonest.
Yeah. With that being said, too, that makes me go back to
masculine.
Go back to earlier in the conversation with the girl saying, "Oh, I want more of his attention and all this."
Right.
And it's like they're so used to being lied to and played with that when somebody's being direct with them, they don't know how to handle it.
Yeah,
that's just mind blowing.
That's a good point.
Because it's like, nah, I'm being dead ass serious with you. I'm not laughing. I'm not joking. I'm telling you exactly what it is.
Yeah,
and you're not trying to accept it.
I feel like that's what I'm saying. Simps be doing men a disservice. Yeah. Like, I don't think simps are men. If they are, then it's like some type of beta male. Like,
no, I get you, and I completely agree with that statement.
That's not even like no matter at what level you feel like you are. Like, I make the most money. I'm in the highest positions of leadership. I have all these resources available to me, but I also simp after women. The moment you start simping, like, you're beta. That's not a like a player move. That's not a you get what you want because you call for it. That's like you're getting what you want because you're catering to it.
Yeah.
And that's to me that's not manly, that's not a manly thing.
And that's where shit starts getting fucked up too, cuz it's like, all right, you're fucking it up for the rest of us, of course. But you're also fucking it up for them because you got some genuine women out there that's really looking for something and really want to be a part of something. Mm-hmm. And then you got all these motherfuckers that's been accustomed to the simps being like, oh, well, I'm going to fly you out here. I'm going to pay your rent. I'm going to pay your card note. I'm going to do this, do that. I'm going to get you this. It's like, okay, you got the money to do it. That's cool. But now you have a million other motherfucking females expecting this shit because one of them ran off to their friends like, oh, well, he's doing this for me. And now their mindsets are changing to, oh, well, I think I deserve that shit too. You got ugly bitches running around this motherfucker feeling entitled. Bald, ugly bitches talking about, I need me a 6-figure nigga and shit like this. It's like, bitch, you ain't even got the looks for it.
Man,
for one.
that's so funny. I was watching this clip the other day, and it was just like that. I don't know. I think it was a TV show, but it was like this dude hollering at this girl, and like she was right in front of her car or whatever like that, and she was like going off on him about like she was getting in the car and he was hollering at her. She was like, she was like, man, what's with all these like broke ass dudes, trying to hit up a girl like that? You know what I'm talking about?
And she stayed with her mom.
She stayed with her mom. She driving her mom's car. She working at Wendy's, but she was also saying, I need me a 6-figure man. I need me, he needs to be driving this level of car and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's like, that's another thing that bothers me with that kind of situation, because it's like, all right, you're trying to make all these demands, you want all this shit, right? But at the same time, you can't afford none of the shit you're asking for. Now, if you were on that status, I'd be like, okay, right on for you. Yeah. Like you're not accepting anything less, but it's like you're wanting more, and it's fine to want more, but the way you want it, you're not putting yourself in a position to get that shit. You're just asking for it.
That's just delusional. Like you got these girls. I mean, he clapped back at the end. He was all like, "Wait, how are you gonna be asking for all this stuff and you ain't even in a position similar to
what's
it?
the problem, motherfucker? The problem is you trying to tell me I need all this shit and you ain't even qualified.
You ain't even qualified for it. Like,
matter of fact, I don't know if you remember. We had went out one night. It was like 7-8 of us. DJ was with us that night.
Ooh, yeah. There's only so many nights.
We had went out, or we were all leaving the club because everything was shutting down. And Steven tried to get at somebody, and old girl was like, "Oh, I need me a nigga with $1 million or whatever."
Yo, was we in front of Globe?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Man, in my head, matter of fact, I still got them videos too. In my head, I'm thinking like, you're in the same area as us, the same place as us. You look whooped. I'm not even gonna cap about it.
You little beat.
And fucking, you're talking about $1 million. This ain't even $1 million area,
right?
And it's like you're asking for $1 million out of a man, and you're in the same area we are in. And then on top of that, I'm pretty sure all of us combined make more than half of y'all in here. Or I would even say 75, 80% of y'all up in here.
That's because they still girls. Now they're not women. They think they become women. They turn 18.
That mindset is just
that
sickening.
mindset is it's a girl mindset. I was thinking about this the other day because like it's crazy. I don't feel like women try to rationalize in general, but then don't try to rationalize their perspectives of men and like really trying to match it up with like, all right, well, is this truly like their values, or is this something that I am projecting onto them because of my own say inconsistencies or insecurities? Yeah. And so I was thinking about it, and I was all like, we as men, we think about sort of like what we want, the things that we need to do to get to what we want. Mm-hmm. We recognize that there's going to be struggles and stuff like that, but like we don't have nothing to fall back on. Once men are out in the world, it's men is out in the world, and we got to make something up for ourselves.
I just had this talk with Kaya the other day.
All right, mind you, females on the other hand, sometimes for some of them, life on easy mode.
Look, no bullshit. Those is damn near my exact words, if not my exact words verbatim. I was like, look, as a man, and then on top of that, me being a black man, life is on hard mode. I'm like, you are a whole light-skinned female out here.
Yeah.
The shit matters. Yeah, the shit matters. But anyways, I'm like, women are already living an easier life or whatever. And I was like, there is so much shit that men have to put up with that we don't even tell y'all about. And then on top of that, even a lot of the times when we go through a lot of situations, I'm pretty sure there's some women that can say the same thing, but we still spare them in some kind of way or whatever you want to call it, to where it's like, okay, we're still looking out for you. We might be mad at you, but we're still protecting you in some sense for the most part.
Right.
I know every fucked up situation I've been in where it was me dealing with a female or whatever, there was times where I was mad as fuck, but I still spared them compared to what I could have did.
Yeah. Oh,
Compared
yeah, 100%.
to me and a whole nother nigga or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not sparing this nigga.
Yeah.
Like, this
Man,
nigga finna feel it all.
I was telling you the other day, like, I mean, I grew up with sisters, man. Like, I was not at all without exposure to like what it means to be with like a woman, just like, or a girl, just straight up, like day in, day out. But then also kind of like having to reserve the intrusive thoughts of like, man, she really ticked me off today. I'm gonna do this, and this. I had my brother get on my nerves. There was no reserves. It was, 2-piece to the chin, and then see if I could take the next two, and then we could just go duking it back and forth until either the house turns upside down or he gets a good one in on me, I get a good one in on him, and then like we don't really shake hands, but it's kind of like a mental like, all right, good, I'm done. Yeah. Well, my sister, my mom's all like, nah, you don't hit women, you don't hit a girl, and I'm all right, cool, whatever. But I was like, mind you, I was in sports at this time. Like I was jacked out with the academics and just kind of the curriculum, the discipline needed to increase my physique for competition. I was like, my tolerance for some things weren't there, and my sister's attitude just wasn't in the cuffs. So she would say something, where she would do something, or she would get on my nerves because she wasn't listening to my mom, or she was just like being ungrateful. And I was like, girl, you coming to me like I can't just like knock your head off right now. Like I have the strength to knock your head off right now.
Yeah, to really fuck you up.
But I have the willpower to not do that. But I was like, look, my mom taught me not to hit a girl, all right? But I damn near would choke one out. And there was times I remember clearly, clear as day right now. I was just young, I couldn't truly control my actions more than I can now. And like she said something slick, like popped off out the mouth at me, and I was like, girl, she was by the refrigerator. Bro, I got her around in like a chokehold, and I dropped to the floor, and I was like, look, say that shit again. Say that shit again. Like you I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you. Like I'm so tired of you. Like
you ain't coughing your mom.
Talk your bullshit. I'm telling you, I need you to remind you, like, this is the world you're living in right now. Like, I feel like as an older brother, it's a responsibility, especially growing up in a household without a father. It's the responsibility to ensure that when your sisters go out into the world, they not gonna be like taking over, and they're not gonna be putting themselves in a predicament. Yeah. They thinking that they can just talk off to some random dude and think they safe.
Yeah, and it's really gonna be worse when they step out into the real world, because it's like, okay, at this point, it's not your brother no more.
The gloves are off.
Yeah, it's like you don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah. He might not have been raised the same.
Exactly.
He might have been told if somebody hits you, no matter who the fuck it is, hit their ass back. Mm-hmm. Or if they talking shit, talk your shit back. And if they trying to do something, get with them.
Yeah. So I mean, I was like, I'm about to do you a service right here. Like I'm mad, but I'm truly I was looking out, even though I was mad and I was like erratic and I couldn't really control myself over this desire to suppress whatever is annoying me. Mm-hmm. I was also kind of like afterwards, I was like, hey, look, like we talked about it. I apologize because of course it wasn't right for me to do that. Mm-hmm. But then I reminded her, I was like, look, you just can't be
doing this.
You just can't be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're gonna get in a relationship, and you're gonna think that's okay. Nowadays, men are just too scared to really communicate, or not even too scared. Not as forthright, or the capabilities aren't as there to properly communicate how they feel without just bottling their feelings, suppressing it, and then shrugging it off, and then walk into another room.
Yeah.
But like truly, we need to be able to confront the problem, and then work our way towards a compromise or towards a solution, especially in a relationship aspect. And
I ain't gonna lie, that's why me and her work. We actually have a communication aspect, and I ain't gonna cap. Usually she be like, "What's going on with you?" I'm like, "Nothing." But then it got to a point where it's like, look, bro, it's all this bullshit going on. Like, no, I need a fucking break. And then, like, she was the main one telling me, like, you need to relax. You need to get some sleep. You need to do this. You need to do that. Like, all you do is fucking work. You leave one job and go to another one. And you don't stop. You just keep going. And that falls into place with just how I feel about myself in regards to where I'm trying to get. That falls into place. With what you said earlier with we figure out what we want to do, we set our goals for it, and then we try to pursue it.
Yeah.
So I had to tell her that, like, look, I got places I'm trying to be in life, and me just relaxing and sitting around ain't gonna accomplish none of that.
Exactly, because as we set those, figure out what to do, set our goals for it, and then if we're gonna tackle it, the difference is we don't let nothing get in our way to stop us until we reach it. Mm-hmm. That's the key identifier of how focused you are, is how much are you letting stuff get in the way that is going to hinder you from making it through. Sleep sometimes it can seem like it's optional, because your focus, your desire for the end result is just so strong. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking about cutting it to like Elon Musk. There was an interview I was listening to where he was talking about how when his company was coming up, there was times where he was like sleeping in his warehouse. He was sleeping maybe like 3 to 5 hours a night, I believe. And he was sleeping like on the floor in his warehouse, like in his office, like where when he woke up, like his workers could see him through the glass window. Mm-hmm. And it was like, the mission had to get done, the job had to get done. There was no leaving. As much as he wanted to like make things comfortable for himself, like he did that for multiple reasons. One of them mainly being, if the workers see the boss, staying late, sleeping in, tough spots,
in hopes of it motivating.
It motivates them more. Yeah. And so like he knew that there was still another part of his job, his mission, his goals, and building up his company, where he had to make sacrifices, but he didn't let the hardness of it or anybody else get in his way and stop him from doing it.
Yeah, that shit cold. I ain't gonna cap. That's cold.
We'll just learn.
That's determination for sure.
There's determination, yeah, and what I enjoy the most, and I'll bring it back to like relationship, is like in my relationships, I enjoyed that ability to have a set level of determination, but then have somebody to confide in. Like my last relationship, like even though I opened up with talking about it being one of my like most influential, dynamically different, contrasting relationships.
Wait, the last one, or
my last relationship, the last girl I was talking to, I was just talking to her.
Okay.
But my last real relationship, I had really, that was the first person really that I was just confiding in, like regardless, like it was like my best friend, like, and the stress of being, at the office all the time, working all the time, working in healthcare is exhausting. not just like physically, but mentally and emotionally, because of the stuff that you see, and the fact that you still have to do your best to put on a bright face for the next person that you see, because you have all these individuals going through like the worst times in their life, and you're there to support them as best as you can, and them getting the care that they need. And so doing that takes a whole out of you, and being able to have somebody sort of to be able to like confide in, not just in oh, this happened at work, but just like, yo, like, I'm exhausted right now, like, let me lay my head in your lap, let me just talk to you about something nonsensical to help me get my mind off of the fact that I had to watch somebody in their last day, here in the best or worst way. And that's kind of like the beauty of establishing, a more long-term and cemented relationship, is because like the two become one flesh, like you become one with somebody where your burdens are their burdens, and it's like it's we,
it turns from a me to a we thing.
Yeah, and then the loneliness is something that you don't have to deal with. And so, just like in your case, and you're talking about with Micaiah, like you finally stopped saying nothing, which means like you stopped, suppressing it and holding it to yourself, and you finally allowed the relationship to kind of blossom into its true strength and form, which is that togetherness. So then I ask you, how does that feel, or how did that feel when you finally stopped yourself from just saying nothing, and you kept on and suppressing it, and then you finally just opened up to somebody?
I don't know. It's not something I'm comfortable with, obviously, because I'm a closed off person for the most part. And then on top of that, it's like trust issues fall into that whole situation too, because I don't trust shit.
Of course.
But honestly, I would say it's a decent feeling, but at the same time, it's like I got too much of a pessimistic mindset to where it's like I always think of the worst possible outcome, but hope for the best. So it's like, I don't know. It's counterintuitive with the way I think when it comes down to shit like that, I would say.
Yeah.
So just me doing it, I ain't gonna cap, was probably one of the hardest things to ever do, because I confide in myself when it comes down to just personal shit.
Yeah.
For the most part. And then doing it with somebody else, it's like, damn, you damn near just made yourself vulnerable. And then on top of that, it's like past experiences where I'm like, okay, anything I tell anybody is basically live ammunition at that point.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for that motherfucker to go off.
Yeah, man. The ability for any man to make himself vulnerable to any woman is never to be used as live ammunition ever. But and that would be the fastest way to get a dude heated at you.
Facts. That's the fastest way to get cut off.
Yeah, that's the fastest way you can get cut off, like dead, like full stop, cut off. As soon as you use something that they confided in you in vulnerability, and you use that against them and to win some type of argument, no matter how petty or relevant it was, like you're all like, yo, whoa, hey, maybe because you're vulnerable all the time as a woman, that it's just another vulnerable outburst. But like for men, like, nah, if I confided you in a moment of vulnerability and stuff like that, like, to me, that means something. That means something, because that would have been forever dug deep into a vault and suppressed away. But since I told it to you, like, please understand the gravity of that. The gravity is based off of the depth of how much I hit that. And if you then use that against me because, I didn't get you Starbucks when you wanted to, now it's like your value to me has been cut off to the level of how deep and how vulnerable I was to you, and you misused that and you used it against me. It's like, well, traitor.
Facts though, facts for sure. And like that's something that sits with me though, and it stems from not even relationship level, the relationship level of like boyfriend girlfriend type shit. It stems from like family, which makes it even worse because it's like, okay, I told family this shit, and they use that shit against me. So it's like, if family would do that, I know the next person would do the same shit. It's not gonna be as worse, but it's still up there regardless. For the simple fact, like, damn, from me being me and my personal experiences and shit, it's like, if I'm telling the outsider anything, that means I truly fuck with you as a person.
Yeah.
And then once that shit goes down, it's like, oh, you let me down. I can't even fuck with you no more.
Yeah. But they're all like, oh, you know, it was just one time.
Yeah,
you know?
and it's like, nah, that one time was enough.
It was enough. In relationships, though, one time seems like, I could do 2 times, 3 times. But honestly, after the first time, it kind of tells you all you need to know. And I know, like, as men, we get some men, especially those who have that like Mr. Nice Guy type origin story. We get hung up on the, you know, maybe I could do something to help them change their mind about me. Maybe I can make myself be seen in a way that will warrant a different reaction or warrant a stronger desire for me or whatever, or reciprocation of anything that I invested in them. And honestly, that's delusional because nobody really owes anybody anything unless you save my life. You know, it's all like, all right, well, in terms of my life really isn't in mine anymore because, you know, you were able to change my fate in a regard. Like, you know, there's a owing or something like that, or like I lend you something of my, you know, possession, and then it is thought to be returned. Then it's like until it's returned, it's owed. But here we are with somebody who's expressing this desire upon somebody, and they're like, oh well, I would like to have this in a time returned, and it's like it's just delusional. It's nonsensical because it doesn't really hold any weight anywhere other than in the idea that reciprocity is desired on both ends, or important to be reciprocated on both ends, mutual.
Yeah.
All the time it is.
Like, me personally too, I can't think of one time. I can be wrong because my memory ain't the best, but at the same time, I know the kind of person I am. I don't think I can say I've ever, anybody that I've fucked with can, I can say that I've said some shit that they told me and used the shit against them. Or even like just went to other people like, oh yeah, this motherfucker, whoa. Like, a lot of the times I keep a lot of shit that's told to me to myself. Like, there's so many fucking secrets I know. There's so much shit that's been done that I know that I haven't told anybody about. For the simple fact, it's like, it's not my place, for one. And then for two, I don't want to be that person like, oh, well, so-and-so is blah, 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 blah type shit. And then people looking at me crazy like, well, I heard from him, and then that shit basically changes how they view themselves type shit. Like, oh, I'm a fucked up person, or, oh, I didn't want people to know this, and all that kind of shit. Forcing some shit out that somebody didn't want to come out with or whatever, or they weren't ready for all the after effects. Like, finding out somebody's pregnant or whatever. And like, they didn't want anybody to know type shit, or just something along the lines of that. And it's like, you just force this person into a situation that they wasn't ready to be in, or they didn't want to be in that situation at all.
Yep.
To where now there's pressure onto that person.
And then that just adds to kind of like the pressure of the whole situation.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about this, and I was thinking like when you reserve the right to, you know, keep everybody's secret, like were you is that something that you were taught?
I wouldn't say I was taught that. It was just me being me.
Okay. I say that to say like you know, the inherent traits that come with, you know, the sexes. Like I was thinking inherently, you know, there's like that that the desire to provide versus maybe a desire to share, a desire to lead versus a desire to nurture. I don't think those are like entirely synonymous, but I forget what the opposite of it is for males versus nurture. I think it is provide versus nurture. But like there's
that
these
sounds right.
Yeah, I think it's like they're inherent with the sexes where, you know, I wasn't taught growing up that I need to provide, but I've always had this feeling that I need to make sure that I can put myself in a position where I am where I want to be, and I can take care of those that I want to take care of. And so I was just thinking about that because what you were saying to me kind of had me feeling of like, oh, okay, well maybe this is true to who you are, but like since you're true to, you know, your own inherent values where, you know, you don't let anybody compromise on that. That is again true to who you are since birth, and you didn't really let the world kind of spin you away from your own values that you've had since a kid, or since you came out the womb. And so tying that into figuring out we'll say like roles and living roles in relationships, like how does one evaluate kind of what things that they're supposed to do? Like if you were to see a simp, like we'll just push away the disgust. Like what would be like your question for them in terms of like the role that they're filling? If you had one.
I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of questions I have for them. But I've also seen, like, I've obtained a lot of answers too. Like, I've asked a couple of people, I felt like with Sims, like, why are you doing this? And majority of the time is because I can, or very rarely it's because I want to.
So when you say very rarely it's because you want to, I mean, obviously I have a problem with Sims, so I guess I can just keep on bringing it up.
Nah, most people do, including myself. They fuck too much shit up.
They fuck too much shit up. So then when you say what they had, like what led them to do, like what do you mean by that?
All right, for example, if you got one that's just splurging on females for no reason, right? It's like I'm approaching them like, why are you doing this? And it's like, oh, I got the money to do it. And then I'm thinking in my head, I got the money to do it too. But am I doing it? No.
Yeah.
So what's like the true reasoning for you doing this shit? Does this make you feel better as a person? Are you doing this for yourself, or are you doing this for them? Like, what is really the end game with all this?
Damn. So you really throwing in like this whole Sims are really dishonest.
Yeah, a lot of them are. Like, truth be told, a lot of them, it's a mind game, truth be told. And the mind game is, I know there's materialistic women out there that want shit paid for and bought for them.
Yeah.
If I can fulfill this role, I can get whatever the fuck it is I want out of her. And me personally, I'm like, that's just weak. And it's the same for certain women too that I've run across. That's like, okay, I look at this dude as a trick or a nerd or whatever the fuck, a lame. So I'm going to play with his emotions, make him feel good or whatever, and run his bank account dry.
Yeah.
I feel like that shit's weak too. It's like you're preying on the weak in a sense.
I mean, like, I think about it too, and I'm bringing in the whole thought of that inherent need for men to provide. And it's hitting me like, because I'm thinking about like, what about simps, like dudes like plus 40? You know, why are they simping?
Now, I ain't gonna lie, that theirs is understandable. It's like, okay, you're like at half life at this point. Like, you're just trying to enjoy the rest of your life or whatever. You're indulging in whatever because, like I said, you're at half life at that point.
Yeah, but they're catering to it. I'm saying, like, if that's the case, most simps plus 40 are able to provide. That they are the sugar dads. Like, they're able to provide more of that. What the woman is looking for. Whether
and they'll tell you.
Yeah.
I got it, so I'm gonna do it. I'm not using this money for anything else.
Right.
I might as well use it to simp.
So that's what I'm saying about like
the younger ones.
Simp like that.
See, the younger ones is the ones that don't make sense to me. The older ones, it's like, okay, y'all have reasons behind it. It's like y'all didn't live y'all young lives and all that. Now y'all at a point where y'all just trying to be happy. If you didn't end up being married or whatever.
I feel like it's also just trying to live out a fantasy. Maybe it's not even happy. Yeah. It's just living out a fantasy. I don't think simps are happy.
I'm pretty sure they ain't.
I'm pretty sure simps aren't happy. But
they trying to find happiness out of other people, and that's why they fucking up.
They're trying to find happiness, in other people. They're trying to find happiness in the inherent role that I was talking about, providing.
It's like that the screenshot I sent you.
Yeah.
The dude about the flowers or whatever.
He felt good.
Yeah, he felt good because he gave her some flowers or whatever.
Provide
flowers. Even though he, and the end of it all, didn't truly do shit.
Right.
It's like, okay, I did this action though.
Yeah.
So now I'm feeling like him because I did it. It's like, weird. Nah, bro.
I mean, like, I feel like then the whole, it's all perverted then.
That's a big ass thing into it too.
Yeah. Like he was perverting.
Predators. I ain't even gonna cap.
What's that?
They're borderline predators.
I mean, predators on the fact of preying on
the weak.
The weak, okay. The weak mind, the weak will, the weak of resources.
But not to cut you off, my bad. But with the simping, right?
Yeah.
What do you get when you run into a simp and a female that's trying to use somebody for something?
A bad combination.
That's the perfect combination because they're both getting what they want.
A simp,
the overall is bad, but the situation is the best possibility because you got two dummies playing each other.
You get a dominating woman though.
No, yeah, for sure.
The simp sure is playing the woman, but the woman is going to be dominating the man.
Yeah, because she's getting the most out of it all.
Yeah.
He's getting enjoyment out of, okay, she's fucking with me because I'm splurging, I'm doing this and that. And she's like, oh yeah, this dumbass nigga don't even know. I'm running this bank account dry. And I'm finna move to the next.
Do you feel like simps just like being dominated by women?
It's a high ass possibility. I can't confirm nor deny that one. But with that being said, that is a good ass question. Like,
because I mean, at the end of the day,
we gotta find an answer to that.
Yeah, at the end of the day, like the simps think that they're in control, but like their control only lies in the woman. You know,
I wouldn't even say that.
Their desire,
their control is solely upon how much they can provide.
Oh, that's facts.
Once they can't provide no more, you
Big
can't
truth.
simp no more.
Big truth. Yeah. Hey, yo, yeah. Once you can provide no more, you can't simp no more at all. Like,
Yeah,
she,
it's done
you
and
broke
over.
dick ass. Like,
Exactly. What the fuck
get
is you
up
gonna
off
do?
me. Yeah. Then she really gonna be talking to you like, oh, you broke ass man. Like,
Yeah, and then
you
you
ain't
gonna
got
be
no
sitting there
6 figure.
stupid.
Yeah, singing that hella stupid. Like, what are you talking about? I just did all this. It's like, well, you can't do it no more.
Like, I just bought you a whole motherfucking 2024 car.
Yeah, I need another one. Like, you can't get it, then I'm done with you. Like,
Exactly. Now they sitting there, pockets empty, motherfucking nuts full of fucking semen and shit. Like, nigga, you got blue balls and shit. Like,
for real.
what you got going on, bro?
What you think you doing,
down
bro?
bad now.
Nah.
Now you got to restart. Now after you get back up, you finna go simp on the next one, and she gonna put the same shit 9 times out of 10.
If she's smart enough, if she
Not some of them will take it to the marriage, and then after a couple years, they let them slip up. Oh, this nigga was cheating. Divorce time. Now I'm taking half your shit and probably more than that at this point.
Yeah.
This day and age, motherfuckers is getting everything took.
Sims. Women have all the power, but the Sims don't even know it. They think they do. So then at that point, they're both are delusional.
Big facts.
All right, enough about Sims. They piss me off.
But fucking yeah, like my personal feelings with like just the whole relationship shit in general is this shit to me is all like reality TV. It's all for looks. It's all entertainment nowadays. A lot of people aren't in actual relationships no more. They're pretty much just forming something to show off type shit.
Oh yeah, that's the whole thing about Instagram. Like I've heard people who finally got off Instagram because they realized like Instagram is like a huge key for depression because you have all these people only posting, pics of their adventures or the good aspects of their lives, tailoring it to make it seem like they're living the best life.
And that should be cap.
But it should be cap.
There's plenty of people I've seen. I'm like, or even I go specifically into females where I was like, oh, she bad as fuck. Seen her in person, it was like, these ain't the same.
These
people.
ain't the
This
same.
shit ain't that.
Ain't the same person. Who are you?
Man, like real shit.
I mean, sure, there's some people who actually live consistently the life that they post and the life that they
very few though.
but they're very few. Instagram it's maxing out how well that you can make your life look like in the sporadic posts that you make.
Yeah.
And then like afterwards, like they're not really the happiest.
Facts. I ain't gonna cap too. There's a couple people that I had added on Facebook or whatever and actually got the chance to meet. Cause like they know me from other people or whatever. Usually I don't even add people or Instagram shit, just all social media type shit, right? They will know me from either having ties with somebody else or being related to somebody else or whatever.
Yeah.
And they end up being cool with me. I meet them in person and like I'm like, bruh. It's like
I'm not the same.
how like you ain't the person I thought you was.
If you like this, you're lying.
You're lying.
You're lying. And I see right through you.
And then like it's a lot of people too though. It's a lot of misjudgment out there too.
Say define misjudgment.
Like I can speak on my part, and like this shit's 100% accurate. Some people listen to my music, or even just look at the way I dress and shit, and be like, "Oh, this nigga's like just pure evil, and he's a straight hood nigga and all that." It's like, no
That's
bullshit.
a hard one.
Somebody had told me one day, there was like, I would have never expected you to be this cool as a person after hearing your music. And like the shit was mind blowing to me because I'm like, a lot of my music really ain't even on that type of time.
I know
like,
exactly what you're saying.
my music as a branch off of how I'm feeling and experiences I've been through. That's like if I'm mad or whatever, I'm going in. Yeah, and it's like that shit goes into the relationship type shit. But yeah, people will pretty much judge you off of perspective and not reality.
True.
And that's been the case though, like especially with the music shit. There's been so many times where some people that like just all types of shit. And it's like my music is just the shit I've been through in life. That's what it is. That's not necessarily the person that I am.
Right.
And then the all the shit that I did, it's like, okay, yeah, I might have did this shit, but at the same time, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm like this 24/7.
Yeah. Yeah, it made me think about this YouTube video I was watching, and it was really just I was watching a debater, and this debater was speaking on the caricature of another person that he debated, and how it's like more YouTube type debates, but it's like he's a great debater. His name's like Andrew Wilson, and he's off on the Crucible, and I enjoy watching him because he really knows how to rail into people's perceived worldviews and really, get them to explain them. And if they can't explain them, just kind of like break that down or compare it to kind of like what the normalcy of everything else that we're living with is. And so like he comes off as being very crude or I mean crude is like using, like hatchets and bow guns or whatever to chop a tree. That's not the case. But he uses like a almost like prickly or rough exterior to question somebody's worldview, and then he can come off as an asshole. He can come off as oppressive. Come off as kind of definitely a dick, but his actual off YouTube type personality, from what I've been told, or what the debater commentator was speaking on, was all like, yo, he's the exact opposite. But then he was talking about how there's some people that he knows that seem nice and cool,
but
on
are
YouTube,
really assholes.
but on off, are really assholes. And he's all like, yeah, it's super crazy how that flips up with the internet, or your internet persona versus your actual persona.
See, and that's another thing too, that persona shit. I don't agree with that. I feel like everybody should be authentic to themselves.
Yeah. That was the biggest thing. The biggest thing Candace Owens was talking about in the podcast today. She was talking about Amber Rose, and she just got knocked on about like a podcast that she had made the day prior from Cardi B, and Cardi B, they're talking about the whole Sonya Massey situation that's going on right now, and Cardi B was just all like, "Yo, Candace, why are you like messing shit up?" She didn't say messing; she said fucking shit up. Yeah. And then she was also like, Candace already also had a podcast like this with Amber Rose, and Amber Rose was all like, yo, I see myself in Cardi B. And for the most part, Candace was like, yo, I see that there's something in her that's different, or there has a chance of being different. Like there's like a little glimmer of hope that's like deep in her that would change her initial perception of how she's seen and how she presents herself to the public. Same thing with how Amber Rose did it, where Amber Rose used to be like super liberal, queen of the slut rock, and then now she's speaking out in favor of more like conservative values, and it's kind of just changed her tune. and there's like this huge difference, and then people, especially liberals, they don't like that. They're not like, oh well, she used to be, a slut. She used to be all about this, and then how she's changed. How is that possible?
Here's one thing too that bothers me about people judging other people. We all come from different walks in life or walks of life, and it's like, okay, you can perceive a motherfucker however the fuck you want. I don't agree with a lot of shit that we got going on in this world, but I'm not gonna knock a person for being them. I'm gonna congratulate them, because at the end of the day, if we are all supposed to be the same, we would be, but we're not.
Right.
So I understand the kind of person Candace Owens is, and I understand the type of people Amber Rose is and Cardi B from what I've seen. I don't know them personally, so I can't judge their actual character. We only see the entertainment side of everything.
Oh, that's true. I will say too that she spoke big on with these two individuals. Like she was like, I care more about a person if they're being genuine to themselves.
That's still kind of a contradiction though, because she was saying there's only a little piece of hope or whatever for her to change, and it's like, who is she changing for? And if it's not for herself, the shit shouldn't matter. If you want her to change or whatever because you lived whatever life it is that you want to live, that shit ain't cool. Because at that point, it's like you're trying to push your ideals and whatever else onto this person. It's like, no, you probably ain't never been through the same shit that they've been through.
True, and I hear that 100%. So then my question for you would be all like, if you weren't being true to yourself, and I called you out for not being true to yourself, am I then judging you?
In a sense, yes. But at the same time, if you know my character and you knew for 100% fact that I wasn't trying to change, then it's like, okay, you got every right to call me out on my bullshit. That's like me going somewhere and acting like I'm the smartest person on earth, knowing damn well I'm probably slightly above average or some shit like that.
Well, what if somebody just like had their like, what if somebody was playing you like a puppet? And I'm all like, hey bro, that's not how you usually act. Yeah, this ain't you. This is not genuinely, the choices that I believe that you would make on your own behalf, knowing your level of intelligence, knowing your ability to rationalize things, knowing your higher and lower limits and moral values and virtues versus your vices. Like, this isn't you. Mm-hmm. If I then said that, am I still like, compromising, or not compromising, but like going against what you're saying with like my perception of you and my essential judgment towards your actions?
So that's actually slightly different. And the reason why I say that, because I would look at that more of a, okay, you trying to look out for me at this point.
But I'm questioning the fact that you're not being genuine.
No, but at the same time, it's more of like, hey, you not, like, this ain't you. Like, this is going against all your morals and your standards and your values in life. Why are you doing that? So at that point, there's so much shit you can consider. It's like, okay, he might be going through a mental breakdown or anything along the lines of that. It's like, okay, he's not cool right now. He's not being him.
So then I believe I left out a key signet to that, because to compare it with the whole Cardi B situation and your opinion about it, you're all like, you saying this small glimmer of hope or whatever, that's not. Well, then let's say that in this whole puppet situation that you are, I can see that there's a part of you in there that is just resisting whatever puppeteering that's going on. Like the small part of you, which is that's the part that's causing me to look at you a little bit different. Like, is that truly like how you feel? Are these actions truly matching with how you feel? Yeah. And so I would take that, now that you have that understanding, I'd take it back to like the whole Cardi B thing. And where I find that the genuine push is pretty honest is that, there's proof out there where like Cardi B doesn't even let her daughter listen to her music. Like so the whole thing there is like, all right, well, I mean, if you really did enjoy what you're doing, you really felt like whatever you did,
why can't your daughter
listen to it? So there's like an ingenuineness about it. So then like, true puppeteering, and that's why I'm using puppeteering in the sense, because I feel like there is a type of puppeteering that's going on with like Hollywood or the music industry, where they are being pushed to not really be able to present themselves true to themselves. And so that small glimmer is, I know that there is something about you that's not genuine to like who you are truly. And so, I'm holding out a hope, a wish that we can get you to where you're more genuine with yourself.
Okay. I get what you're saying. But that right there, that's a whole different monster though. Like, that's a way deeper discussion. Cause like at that point the music industry within itself is a fucking beast. So it's like just that alone, that's the whole nother discussion.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we don't have to get into that. We can get that another time.
It's somewhat along the lines of that, but not really somewhat.
Okay.
But even me and Makar, when she first had met me or whatever, right? She was like, I never expected you to be the way that you are. She was like, you always seem so laid back or whatever. She didn't know I was as goofy as a person as I am.
Yeah.
And that shit like blew her mind or whatever. She was like, I never thought you would act like that. I never thought you would do shit like that.
Whole ass cartoon character.
And it's like,
gosh.
That's certain shit too. Like the first impression too. Like we were talking about yesterday when I had first met you or whatever. And my thoughts was my thoughts or whatever. And when you had like small talks about it or whatever. But it's just shit like that too. And that shit plays a part into relationships. Like just assumptions pretty much. Mm-hmm. Like I said, if the shit didn't happen the way it was or whatever, and me and you actually didn't go through the situations or whatever that we had to go through or whatever, I wouldn't have known that you were one of the coolest people I would ever meet. Like I said yesterday, like that shit's mind blowing. You can judge a book by its cover, but you're not going to know what the fuck is actually inside that book until you actually indulge in the book or know what I mean?
Yeah, you take the time to get to know more about it than just
what you see,
what you saw
like
outside.
Face value. Yeah. This shit is cold, man.
I mean, yeah, that's so true. I mean, and that's truly a universal type rule in a sense. Like you just can't, look at one thing and then it's only that, and that's the value that it holds. Because, never did you know. Like, imagine the first person, finding out pearls is a thing, opening up an oyster.
And finding it. Yeah.
They're like, what? I thought this was just like a rock.
Yeah, this motherfucking kind of clean.
This shit kind of, damn, it's got a nice little gleam to it. Like, I want to wear this on my neck.
Exactly. Put this shit on my neck.
Yeah. Where my grandma at? Hey grandma, you probably look good in this. Like, I know.
Man.
I mean, but imagine an individual who saw that and
like, it's just a
imagine just never finding pearls. We never opened up a claim. We never, looked deeper into something and saw what it held. We wouldn't make as much progress, and we wouldn't really understand the complexities and the beauty of nature in its entirety.
I fuck with that analogy though. I ain't gonna cap. That shit tough.
Yeah.
Motherfucking pearl.
I mean, but it's cold like that. And so, as we're going through life, and as we are managing our expectations about things. It's always, I feel like personally, it's always important to stay humble, and curiosity isn't bad. Just cautious curiosity. I mean, sometimes it's just like you just gotta do things. Jump head in, learn the lessons that it takes on the way down. But as we're going through, it's important for us, I believe, to remind ourselves that the best thing about this life is being able to explore all that's to offer, and keep moving forward. Like, taking steps back only hinders from how far you can get with the time that you have. And so, like, the lessons that you're learning, learn them, like truly understand them, master them, and then continue to move on. Being in this position to be in a relationship, have a family, have kids, have a successful job or adventure or legacy, is to be able to pass it down. Like, I was reading the story of Gilgamesh. And are you familiar with Gilgamesh?
No.
He's like he was a king of Rome, I believe. And he had left Rome to go on this like journey to figure out, I mean, I'd have to reread it in its entirety. I was listening to an analysis about it. And he was going through, he's just like exploring the world, seeing things that no man would ever be able to dream of or be able to tell without being there. And by the end of his journey, he was kind of just all like despondent about, what the purpose of everything was. Like, why do we live in this life? Why do we do the things we do? And he was coming back to his castle towards the end of the book. And he's coming back to his castle walls, and he looked upon them, and he had this hope kind of return to him. And the hope was like, the castle walls is the point. Rome is the point where everything that like human has done to get to where they were is just as important as the reason why we're put on this earth. Like, the progress becomes the point. The passing down of the lineage becomes a point. Even if you don't get to live to when we, transcend into the stars or whatever, or we create a technology far beyond what we knew before in previous generations. Even if you don't, being able to add to that, becomes like the purpose, becomes the entirety of one's whole being.
It's funny that you say that too, because earlier when I was saying I was having a conversation about God and all that, right?
Yeah.
That was one of the pieces of the discussion I talked about, was pretty much because somebody was very much into science and mathematics and all that, right? And he was saying there will be certain shit we'll never be able to obtain or whatever. And I was like, no, we just might not see it in our lifetime, for the simple fact, like, we got phones and shit. Hundreds of years ago, motherfuckers would have never thought you would be able to communicate with somebody clear across the world.
Yeah.
Just by being where you're at and calling them.
Man, imagine the letters I'd have to write. I'd have to start a letter and then the next letter,
that
write the letter.
take 2 years to get there.
and then send it, and then get there, and then come back, and then send it before I leave, just so to make sure you get it or you read it. Like, oh, dude, I was so happy to see you. Like, it was so great. Those months ago, it was 4 score.
But yeah, all right. So for the wrap up already, whatever. Do you have any closing remarks in regards to relationships, or pretty much what you feel people should start doing in relationships?
I mean, I speak from a perspective of somebody who is taking the time in between to ensure that I really learn and master the lessons that I had received in the previous relationship, and not really rush to go back into another one, because if you do and you're faced, as we talked about earlier, with those challenges again, you can then put yourself in the position of, yeah, I gotta overcome them. But there is also that chance that if you're not ready for that, because you either rush back in a relationship or whatever, it will, make things worse, because now you're double back, and you're already suffering, but now you're just going to be tormented by the fact that you're not going to be able to make any more progress. So, I would say for any individual that is trying to better themselves or find a relationship, find love, find happiness, it's just important to recognize that happiness is never meant to be permanent, and happiness is best felt in its peak, because we know inherently that there's a peak and then there's a rise and a fall. And it's to know that there's happiness, and to know that there's going to be the opposite of happiness, sadness, or a despondence of joy that will be able to rise again as long as you're persistent in the process. So being able to find love is knowing that you're making the sacrifice to stay in love and stick with it through the happiness and the sadness and everything in between.
Big fucking facts. And everything in the fucking in between.
Everything in between. And that's what I'm looking for. I mean, I'm waiting for it to come to me. I believe it's out there. It's always out there for everybody. It's just, you got to make sure that you're ready to receive it, because it could just walk past you and you didn't even know it, because you didn't have the perception, the fortitude, the discipline to look up and make sure that you're in the right position to receive it.
With that being said, open your fucking eyes and let go of the past.